Hey guys, Tom Calabuzzi here. We are back at Six Flags Great Adventure with Tom.
How's it going?
See you guys inside the park. Looks like they have the upgrade service stand right here as you walk in. Today's looking like it's going to be a really crowded day. It was difficult to get into the park because there was an accident on 537 right before the turn into Great Adventure. So as you can imagine, traffic built up pretty quickly there, but we're going to try to do what we can before the crowds get really, really bad. So after taking a look at the tons of markers over here in the Metropolis area, Tom and I are going to go for our first ride of the day on Justice League. One of the perks of coming here around opening time is that there's nobody here. Tom and I just got off of Justice League. As you saw, I got around 323,000, which is the highest I've gotten in a while. Unfortunately, the practical effects like the canisters in the second room still are not working. However, the ride is running very good, of course. Blasters, I felt were pretty in sync this time around. It was a fun ride. Tom?
It's running better than Magic Mountains, which as you all saw is not running. So
exactly.
Kudos to them here for having their Justice League up and running. I missed that ride. I was really hoping to get on the other version, but this one's good too.
And I'm sure Tom could agree because this is our first time being back with each other after the California trip. I think Magic Mountain makes us appreciate this park a lot more.
Yes, it does. And I really got to be honest and say I thought it'd do the opposite, but it did exactly what I didn't expect. So really glad to be home.
Love being at a park where I can walk in and almost every ride is consistently open. Almost every food place is consistently open. And I can get on a ton of rides and not usually have to wait too long. Like, look at Wonder Woman's line. Basically non-existent right now, which is pretty weird actually. Another nice update here at Wonder Woman is that there are new seatbelts and new bins for you to store your loose articles in. You can see right there, those are no longer the button press ones. They're more like, I guess, I can't really think of rides that have seatbelts like that right now, but they're the ones where you fold up and they ungo. Kind of similar to how school buses are, at least some of them are. And there's the new bins. Some of them are new at least. That one's old, and there's a new one right over there. So, really nice change. Next up, we're gonna go for a ride on Nitro. So Tom and I just got off of a back road ride on Nitro. We rode on the D train, which is the new train, and it's actually mind-blowing how fast Nitro is running. This year especially, it has been running the best it has in years, and it wasn't super shaky either. I know usually I say the D train is a little rougher than the others, but it was running really good. Tom?
It definitely felt more aggressive than in the past. It's also been like 2-3 weeks since I've ridden this, and I was blacking out at the base, or not blacking out, grading out at the base of the lift, and in other spots where I don't typically do so really fun ride.
Something really weird about the park today we noticed. When we were coming in, it was kind of a mess because I think someone got in an accident literally on the turn to Great Adventure, or at least right before it. So there was a lane closed and traffic just backed up all the way down 537 past Interstate 195. So it took a little while to get into the park. So I was figuring, oh, it's probably packed. I come into the parking lot and there were a decent amount of cars here, but nothing horrible. And we're in the park and there's no lines for anything. I mean, granted,
going to Hurricane Harbor.
Yes, there were a lot of people going to Hurricane Harbor. So I wouldn't be surprised if it comes close to or hits capacity today. It did yesterday. Today is a weekend, but typically Sundays are far less crowded than Saturdays. So I guess we'll see how the day plays out. It's not open right now, but I have been noticing that the Dippin' Dot stand over here in Plaza del Carnaval has been open, and they even have the updated signage with the icy flavor. So if you're looking for a snack, come over here and it should be open. Right here in the El Toro station, they now have these red markers on the ground. That way people know where not to walk or where not to stand, because people that get off the ride and decide not to ride tend to just sit there, which means they can't dispatch a train. So it's good that they have that there so people can at least figure out where not to stand. So we just did 5 rides on El Toro, and that might be the fastest I've seen it running all year. There's Sammy over there working. But yeah, Toro was really, really good. Tom, does it hold up as the best coaster in the Six Flags chain?
At least given what I've ridden, I'd say so. I'm still debating whether or not X2 is more intense, but they're neck and neck as far as I'm concerned.
Looks like Empanada Guy is open for the first time I've seen it, so Tom's going to give it a try. So Tom, how was Empanada Guy?
Empanada Guy was great. I used to get those all the time at the Freehold Mall, and when he used to have his independent truck here in the park in Movie Town. I'm glad it's on the dining plan. They give you one empanada and some chips, which turns out to be a pretty decently filling meal. I'm glad it's just available on the dining plan.
So Medusa is still currently closed, though, from what I understand. Should be open soon. Definitely should be open by Thrillathon, considering it is included on the ERT, though. If it's not, I'm sure they'll make a substitution. But I think we're gonna head over to the VIP lounge, go chill out, get ourselves some drink refills, and then take a ride on the runaway train. Hanging out in the VIP lounge here. Of course, you still get your 2 bags of chips and the water bottle. Plus, you can go in there, fill up your beverage, try out different flavors. Definitely the most relaxing spot in the whole park. We also saw on Great Adventure social media that Hurricane Harbor has hit capacity already. It's only like 1 o'clock, so there you go. Hurricane Harbor fills up very quickly, but you still come to Great Adventure. Plenty of room for you guys here. Now we're gonna go for a ride on Mine Train. Just got off of Mine Train in the back, which was fun as always. Tom, you agree?
Yeah, it's such a classic ride. I love riding this pretty much every time I go. I rarely ever skip out. So, such a classic.
And it's definitely one of the most aggressive mine trains out there. Can never miss a ride on this one. Over in Bugs Bunny National Park, they have Wild Walkway Safari Friends Friday, Saturday, and Sunday inside the Wilderness Theater at 3:30. So you can go over there with your kid and see some animals brought over from the Wild Walkway, which is really nice.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Right over there is the newly repainted train. It used to be all dark blue, but now it's got those really nice red streaks on it. It's really cool. Since I ran out of patience waiting for people to get lockers for Kingda Ka, we're gonna go for a couple rides on Zumanjaro. We just did a ride on Zumanjaro, and while I was up there, I was just taking a look around the park to see what the lines looked like, and the lines were like non-existent. It was really weird. Green Lantern was a station wait. Superman didn't look like its line was too bad. Toro's is a station wait. Really, really just odd, especially because Hurricane Harbor's filled to capacity, and the parking lot's not super empty here, but it's not that crowded. Tom?
Are we talking about Zumanjaro, the crowd levels?
Everything.
Well, Zumanjaro was great. Haven't been on that in a few weeks, and it is very surprising that it does not feel like a Sunday. The crowd levels are far from what I expected, so I guess that's good for us.
Absolutely. Gonna skip Ka for now because there's a bit of a lengthy line for lockers, but not really a line for the ride. But I think the locker line is a little more irritating to deal with than the ride line because people don't really know how to use it. So hopefully we'll see free lockers implemented in the queue next year for the coasters that require you to buy a locker. Flavors of the World is in full swing today, as it is one of the operating days for Flavors of the World. It's a weekend, so like I've said numerous times, definitely check out Flavors of the World if you're here on a weekend. Over here for the obligatory Barnstormer update of the vlogs, and I don't see anything different from Wednesday, which, I mean, it was only a couple days ago. They do have this sign up though, so at least you know it is closed. But like I said, I will keep you guys posted as to an official opening date for Barnstormer. Crowds in this park right now are so odd. Nitro's line only really goes to like right around the bend there. The Jersey Devils, you can't really see it from here, but it's just a few people underneath the shading over there and nothing more than that. Very, very odd. You typically get a pretty good idea of how the crowd levels are by walking through this area right here by Fatburger and Primo's, and there's really not very long lines over here, so crowd levels are not bad today. I can't remember if I mentioned this earlier in the vlog, but as I was driving in, on the right-hand side, underneath the solar panels where the parking lot is, over by the tolls, there were tons of parts for Hurricane Harbor's kids slide complex. So hopefully we'll see construction move along with that, and maybe we'll see it open this year. I'm not too sure that it will, but time will tell. Getting ready to wrap up our days with Rita's on the snack. I got cotton candy, Tom got green apple. Definitely one of the best snack options at the park, and it's a decent size. It did downsize over the past couple of years, but for the snack, you do get the smaller one, but I think it's plenty. Tom has found a Jersey Devils shirt that I have never seen. Very weird one. It's obviously not meant for anyone of our size.
Nope.
I guess it's a crop top shirt. And here's another Jersey Devil shirt design. This is actually a really nice one. I like that.
What's that?
This one right here looks pretty new, along with that one. I think it has Batman and some random wooden coaster on it. This one's also new. So I just noticed with some of this El Toro merch, we have this one right here. I believe that's Renegade at Valley Fair, judging off the drop. That looks nothing like anything remotely close to the Six Flags chain. I know American Thunder's drop is not like that, neither is Apocalypse, so that's probably Renegade. Coinciding with the new Blue Beetle movie coming out soon, they have a Funko Pop being sold here of the main character, which is pretty cool. They have some nice new magnets here as well for Toro, and then this one random one with a snake on it for Ka. I think we've just found the best sticker for sale at this park. The classic rainbow logo with all the coasters of the park crammed in there, at least most of the major ones. That is awesome. But they don't have the Magic Mountain one with Cedar Point's coasters on it, so we're noticing over here too that a lot of the merch is Bizarro merch. Bizarro, and Bizarro was on the other one too. Over there they have some early Fright Fest merch out as well. With that, we're going to end out our day here at Six Flags Great Adventure. Joker just flipped the crap out of those people, wow. But we had a pretty good day. Crowds were surprisingly light considering Hurricane Harbor is full to capacity and it's a weekend, but got some rides in. It was a pretty good day. Tom?
I did not expect the crowds to be as low as they were. We got some pretty cool new merch, so that's also great. It was a nice visit.
And you weren't even expecting to come here. So
Exactly, very last minute.
yes, impulsive visits are always the best. But that being said, that's going to conclude today's video from Six Flags Great Adventure. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, guys.